There will be two videos this week. This is the first of two. This one will not be covering recoil tech. This is just a side project that I've been working on recently. Mm, Basically, the concept started with rangefinder, then into practical uses of it and how do I actually make it do the math. Anyway, long story short, I'm trying to make a ballistics calculator. Um, I already figured out a way to calculate sine, or rather cosine, but same thing really, when the system I'm using. So I'm using an analog calculator, because analog computers work much faster and can do everything in real time, but they do end up losing some precision. But they also need like 10 times less space. And the reason that they can do all of that is because, well, binary and math, which is what binary is good at, is just a formal representation of everything that happens in our analog physical reality. But the computers which I'm using already are analog and already are physical. So I get to just skip all those steps. I currently have a basic addition and subtraction calculator, which I use, but I've figured out a couple of steps to make the ballistics calculator run, but I'm still working on it. I know how to, so the current operations that I can do if I am doing pure math, I know how to add, subtract, and I know how to multiply and divide by constants. I cannot multiply or divide two different variables together. But a lot of the time, I don't even need to use that because hopefully you'll be seeing this right now. I don't need most of those operations because I could just model the problem. If you look up the equation to approximate sine, it is ridiculously long, uses a whole bunch of not very advanced stuff, but like exponents, and uses a lot of them, and like fractions and radians. But I don't need to, oh shit, sorry. But I don't need to deal with most of that because I can simply just model the problem. That's the benefit of being able to use analog computers. But the problem is, well, there is no problem. For my application, there's a reason I'm using analog computers, and that's because they're a very good fit. Anyway, it's just really two files so far. The finding the two parts of a triangle, which I need to find cosine, and then basic addition and subtraction calculator, which I just did for testing purposes. Oh, and I almost forgot. Put any questions in the comments, and there's a video made by Vertasium, which I will link, which goes a lot deeper into what analog computing is and why it's making a resurgence currently. And that's the end of the video. See you in the next one, which should hopefully come out tomorrow, which should actually be about recoil tech this time.